Right guys, this project is so easy to do, really sellable, no doubt, and you can make it to different sizes, customise it, all that kind of stuff. You need to get these made, and it's a good way of getting rid of some of your scrap wood. So I'm just drawing down the idea here, nothing special. Now the total width for this ends up about 76 centimetres, and the sort of height is 35 centimetres. The strips I've cut to 5 centimetres with a 14.5 centimetre board in the middle, which is obviously 35 centimetres long. I hope you sort of understand that. So there you see, so that is like 14.5 centimetres long, and I'm going to cut that to 35 centimetres, and that goes for the 5 centimetre strips as well. You don't have to be super accurate with this, and like I say, you can make this to your own size, to your customer dimensions, sell these on Etsy, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, your own website, friends and family, all that kind of stuff. I'm sure they will work out really well. Now I'm using pine for this. I'm using up some of that cut and warp pine I've got. I need to get rid of it, so this is the ideal sort of project to do it. So I'm just ripping these boards, the 35 centimetre boards. Now I keep one back and I'm ripping them all down to 5 centimetre each, and I'm left with sort of like 4 centimetre, which I use in it, so nothing sort of gets wasted. And all in all, there's about half a length of 6x1. It's all made out of 6x1 pine, so it's a really easy build to do. There you go guys, don't forget to subscribe. If you like the channel, it helps massively support us, and you can hit the super thanks, join me on Patreon, all that kind of stuff. Any funds raised go back into the channel, as you all know. A lot of people have been doing a super thanks. I didn't know, I sort of knew about it, and then it's like, you know, that seems alright. There's various ways you can help support the channel, but subscribing is the main one. I need to get to sort of 10,000 subscribers. I'm still a small channel, but I just need to get my channel bigger and better. So just take your time through the table saw, don't rush round blades. So I'm just putting them all here, just making sure they all sort of work nice, and the two smaller ones I put next to the middle one, which you'll see why in a bit. I'm moving them 5 centimetre ones out. I'm moving like the 4 centimetre one into the bigger board there, and that will help with flexibility. So here I've got an old piece of leather. I think it come off a leather sofa at some point. Shelley had a thing about ripping up old sofas when we were getting rid of them, you know, if sofas come through my antiques business and stuff like that. So this is an optional extra you can do, just routing over all the edges, making sure that they're all nice and neat. You don't have to do this, but it'll make them more sellable. Yours need to stand out from the crowd. And don't forget guys, again, let me know where you're all from and what you've all been making this week. It's good to know. Drop your comments down below, because any comments, if I'm doing something wrong here, let me know. Other people do read them comments, and it's fast becoming a resource for other people to learn from, is the comment section, believe it or not. So I'm just using a chamfer bit here, and I believe you go over the end grain first and then go around it, which what I've done here, it seemed to work brilliantly. I watched a good video the other day about using a router. It was quite interesting. If I can find the video, I will link it below. It was another YouTuber, and it was about the actual use. It's just little things you can overlook, and you know, it made a lot of sense what he was saying. We're just taking it nice and easy. Just not pushing the trim router too far. The trim router, this Melly trim router's really good. And then I'm just going over it, everything with a 150 grit. just hitting them little chamfers on the sides as well with it. And I'm just cleaning the underside of the lever off here, just getting all the dust and debris off, because I'm going to fix that wood to the lever. So I bought some of this Evo Stick Impact glue. Make sure you've got your proper mask on. And I'm thinking, this ain't working here. This is not right. There's something not right. I did what it said on the can, shook it, did all that and that, and obviously you see there, this was 24 hours later and it didn't work. So that is garbage. I won't be using that brand again. So I went to my local Screwfix and bought their own branded one, which is the No Nonsense Spray Adhesive. I don't think you guys in the States and America have got Screwfix, but you can get spray contact adhesive. Make sure you're well ventilated and wearing a mask. Now, am I overdoing it here? Let me know. I probably am. But the trick with this is put it on, leave it a good 5 minutes. So both surfaces, it's going to be bonded. You can see me just at the top of the camera there, spraying the back of the pine. And then I'm just coming back and just lightly going over it again, just to make sure there's plenty. In my head, I thought, if I overdo it, it's going to stick. I don't know whether that's right or wrong. So I'm just placing them down now in order. And you can feel that, I could feel that working straight off. It was grabbing straight off. But you've got to give it a good 24 hours to cure. And just to like press down on all sections. And then I'm just putting some weight. I've got some new hardwood just come. And I'm just putting that over just to weigh it down for 24 hours. I will open them boxes and show you the new hardwood I got in. So this is 24 hours now, and I'm using a fresh blade to cut through this leather. I know leather can be sort of a bit tricky to cut. Just watch your fingers there. You know, it's alright me saying watch your fingers. I'm the most clumsy clock going. But I managed to get away without taking some skin off. So just drag nice and easy into the leather. Just trimming it back. And I really did take my time with this bit. You know, I'm getting a nice clean cut because that blade's new, it's sharp. Then I'm just sanding everything over with a 240 grit, or you can stain this, you can put what you want on it. Just for the purposes of the video, I've not put any stain on. I'm going to let Shelley put some stain on if she wants to, because I know she's going to claim it when she sees it, and just get all the debris off there, just making sure it's all clean. But I would just Danish oil that. I've not done it for the video, but you can just Danish oil it, you could stain it. And I've turned it over just to make sure everything's stuck as it should, and everything's nice and clean and tidy, which it is. And this is good practice for doing timber sort of furniture and things like that down the future. So here's it's finished. It's a little armrest protector for your sofa. You can put your cup on there, you can put your mobile phone on there. It sort of just flops to any sort of size sofa. You could personalise that if you've got a laser, that kind of thing. Stain it, like I said. But it seems to work really well. Stays in place really well. The leather's holding it in place. Fantastic. And you can see there the benefit of them 4cm strips just on the outside of that there, because it just gives it that bit more flexibility where it actually needs it. And again, it looks nice in the pine, but Shelley said to me she's going to stay in it, so that's what she's going to do. I quite like it. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think of it. But you could make little stands and trays on that. And here it is, claimed. She's using it already. Lily and Stanley's come to say hello to you all. So, guys, thanks for watching, and on to the next one.